This is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a sigh of relief. A 7-month-old baby girl abducted almost 2 days ago from a gas station in Danville is safe tonight.
All these agencies working in conjunction with each other worked tirelessly from early Monday morning through today, through now, and are still working as the case continues.
Police say law enforcement arrested her father, Carl Kennedy, a registered sex offender in North Carolina.
It was very shortly thereafter, when we got that lead, within 15 to 20 minutes, that the child was safe.
From the suspect's extensive criminal history to the latest police efforts here at home.
We have live team coverage across state lines as the nationwide Amber Alert comes to an end.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm John Carlin.
And I'm Brittany McGraw. Lindsay has the night off. 7-month-old Emma Kennedy is safely back with her mother tonight.
Multiple law enforcement agencies were there this afternoon as Carl Kennedy was taken into custody. It happened at a house in Randleman, North Carolina, just south of Greensboro. 10 News reporter Tommy Lopez joins us tonight live from Randolph County. So, Tommy, what have you learned?
We've learned more about how they found these two. We've also learned more about how the arrest played out. We know there was a swarm of law enforcement officers at this house, and we know that they're all very, very glad to know that this toddler is safe tonight and back with her family. We do want to show you this video. Our cameras were rolling as they took Kennedy in and out of another building for questioning. We saw this today at the Randolph County Sheriff's Office. The FBI and Secret Service were involved in this investigation. Danville police did head it up. So someone saw him. They saw Kennedy, they saw the toddler and the car, and they called police. Investigators followed that tip. They found them at a mobile home in Randleman. That's about 15 minutes north of here. They think he was moving locations since Sunday night and that he had gotten to that house earlier in the day. A North Carolina deputy rushed into that little girl. He scooped her up and he took her out right away. They say they took Kennedy into custody fairly quickly as well. He didn't react much to it all. And there were other people in that house, but police say that they are not going to say if anyone else is going to face charges.
The child is in good health, has been taken to get a checkup to make sure that she's okay, but everything appears to be fine, and she's in protective custody and is very safe.
Yeah, it's a very happy description tonight. The sheriff says Kennedy painted his gold sedan black. Investigators think he stayed close to home. They don't think he left the Tri-County area since he got into North Carolina. New at 6, we have audio of the 911 call from a woman nearby who was very quickly trying to tell police to warn them of their location. Take a listen to this.
Randolph County 911, where's your emergency?
Hey, I need this to be extremely discreet. Carl Kennedy is that's with the baby woman.
Ma'am, what's the address?
Randleman, North Carolina, 27317. I don't know how long he'll be there.
And he's there with the baby now?
Yes, just now called and let me know.
You're not there, correct? Is the child okay?
Yes.
Hey, what's the phone number you're calling me from? Do you know that? Okay, how did he get there?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Okay.
He just called me panicking. Carl's here with the baby, wanting me to go get her some diapers and formula. I'm panicking.
Okay.
I said, keep him there.
Okay, we're going to get an officer out there. If he leaves, if you get any information that he leaves, you need to give us a call back as soon as possible.
It's a chilling description, and we do know that when Kennedy does get back to Danville, he's going to face charges for domestic assault and abduction. Guys.
Tommy, I understand that you just spoke to the officer who actually saved the young girl. What did he have to say?
Yeah, his name is Jimmy Barnes. He walked us through what this was like to walk into that house. He saw Carl Kennedy holding the child in his arms. He says they're just so glad that she's safe tonight. They say, you know, when this investigation goes more than a day like this, you start to think the worst. You start to wonder if the child is in an okay state and if this man, Kennedy, was going to react negatively, be aggressive with police. They are so thankful also that they did not have to fire their weapons or have anything else happen in this incident. They all, just visibly, you can see on their face, so happy to see this come to an end. So happy for this family, as we all are tonight. Live in Asheboro, North Carolina, Tommy Lopez, 10 News, working for you.
10 News reporter Coulter Anstadt continues our team coverage tonight at the Danville Fire Department's headquarters, where an emergency operations center was set up. So, Coulter, what happens now?
Yeah, Brittany, as you can probably imagine, the 24 or so investigators who have been working tirelessly for the better part of 2 days here at the Emergency Operations Center will have a debrief. After that, they will continue investigating as needed as Kennedy is brought back here to Danville to face his charges. Around 12:30 this afternoon, the Danville Police Department announced that 51-year-old Carl Kennedy, charged with abducting his 7-month-old daughter from a Danville gas station Sunday night, was in custody and his 7-month-old daughter safe.
There'll be an extradition process that he'll go through in North Carolina involving a hearing. Now, he could waive that hearing and it would speed the process up. I don't know that he's going to do that, but there is a legal process that you have to go through for that. And that could be a month, it could be 2 weeks. It's difficult to say.
Danville Police Department Lieutenant Mike Wallace said once Kennedy is brought back to Danville, the police department will officially serve him with warrants for abduction and assault. Police say Kennedy physically assaulted the mother of his 7-month-old daughter in the gas station parking lot before taking the infant out of the mother's car and driving off. Danville Police Department Lieutenant Steve Richardson was one of the investigators who spent hours working the phones in the Emergency Operations Center and was in the center when the good news came in this afternoon.
There's a lot of happy folks here. We've got a large partnership here. We've got a lot of leads and been close. We've missed them. We've found locations and sent investigative leads all over North Carolina.
Thanks to a citizen, investigators got the lead they needed early this afternoon, and less than 30 minutes later, Kennedy was headed to jail.
I knew the team went out, and it was very shortly thereafter when we got that lead within 15 to 20 minutes that the child was safe.
7-month-old Emma Kennedy was taken to the hospital in Randolph County, North Carolina, where she was, of course, found. She was given a checkup, but investigators say she did not appear to be physically harmed when they found her this afternoon. Live in Danville, Coulter Anstadt, 10 News, working for you.
10 News reporter Shane Dwyer is also in North Carolina tonight. He continues our coverage from the Asheboro Hospital. That's where Emma Kennedy was evaluated. Shane?
John, the hospital tonight can't tell us too much because of privacy laws, but can tell us that Emma Kennedy was treated and has been released. She is doing A-OK. As you heard earlier, she is now with her family, safe and sound. Police brought her here earlier this afternoon around 1:30 just for precautionary checkup. The hospital says again she was evaluated, treated, and released a little more than an hour later. She was released directly to her family, who was very happy to have her. The hospital says despite the circumstances, it was a great moment to be a part of.
There was a lot of family support there, and I think everyone was happy at the end result. Our staff was happy to provide that quality care and to be there. You know, our interest is always the patient and the family, and I think we executed that 100% today to ensure that they were safe.
I spoke with the child's aunt tonight, Amy Metzger, who is her you heard from yesterday. She tells me, quote, "Our family is so grateful to have Emma Grace back healthy and safe with us again. We thank all of the friends, viewers, media, police, and authorities who have supported us during this time and made it possible for us to locate Emma. Everyone who helped in every little way are heroes today. You brought Emma home. God bless." She tells me the family is headed back to Danville right at this moment to be able to be together and spend some much needed time together and as a family. Live in Asheboro, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.
Of course, we will continue to follow this developing story tonight on 10 News at 11. In the meantime, when we're not on the air, head to WSLS.com for all of the details about the case, including the full 911 audio tapes, what police say led up to the abduction, and the circumstances surrounding Kennedy's arrest.
A new study by the Governor's Highway Safety Association shows that drugged driving is becoming more common. Researchers say more drivers involved in deadly crashes are testing positive for drugs, including marijuana and opioids. However, it's not clear if those accidents were caused by the controlled substances. Let's take a look. In 2017, the Roanoke Valley DUI Task Force arrested 64 people for driving under the influence of drugs. Already in 2018, officers have arrested 28 people, and police say more work needs to be done to keep the roads safe.
We need to get that education out there that if you are taking pills, if you're abusing marijuana or any other drug, then not to be driving. It's just as dangerous as it is driving under the influence of alcohol.
To learn more about the study, head to our website, WSLS.com.
It's been years since students gathered for classes inside what was once an all-African-American high school in one local community. 10 News reporter Magdala Lusant found out how it's now getting new life as a valuable resource for those who need it most.
Walking through the hallways of Northside High School brings back memories for former student and teacher Henry Myers.
To me, it was rather disciplined. There were great times when the athletic team won, the band, of course.
Northside High was an all-African-American school for students in Pittsylvania County until the late 60s, when it integrated and became a middle school. It eventually closed in the early 2000s.
Teachers made sure you obeyed, and if they didn't, they told you about it in a very unquestionable way, and they made sure your parents got the word also.
Fast forward more than 40 years, a local pastor and his staff are putting the old building to good use, but they say not many neighbors know about it.
We are here for everybody. It's not just the youth, but our main focus is the youth. We're trying to give them somewhere to go for the summer so they're not out doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
In every classroom, there's a computer lab, fully equipped gym, flea market, and a place to host tutoring programs.
One of the greatest programs that we have because it helps them prepare for SOLs. It helps them keep their grades up.
While there's still a lot of work to be done, organizers hope their community banquet this weekend will help shed more light on their efforts in keeping a key part of Gretna's history alive.
This will be a part of this community henceforth and forevermore.
In Gretna, Magdala Lusant, 10 News, working for you.
Hitting the pavement for a good cause, why members of law enforcement in Southside laced up their running shoes this morning. Law enforcement in Southside got some exercise for a good cause this morning.
Danville police officers and sheriff's deputies participated in the annual Law Enforcement Torch Run. Law enforcement agencies from across the state carried the torch that will light the flame at the annual state Special Olympics Games. Each agency carries the torch through its jurisdiction and then passes the torch to a neighboring agency to carry it on.
I'm really excited. I wanted to continue this tradition that was very long-standing and, you know, was real big to this area and this community. So this will be my first one. So I'm a little excited, a little nervous. You know, I'm not a huge runner, but, you know, I'm going to go out there and do the best I can.
So tomorrow, the Pittsylvania County Sheriff's Office will carry the torch to Campbell County.
Ahead for us tonight, the latest on the apparent death by suicide of famed fashion designer Kate Spade. Also, we take you to the southern border, where authorities are scrambling to properly house migrant children separated from their parents on NBC Nightly News.
Welcome back, friends. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jeff Hanowich. There may have been one or two little itty-bitty sprinkles or showers towards Highland and or Bath County. Now they're gone, but we do have still a few showers into Pocahontas and Greenbrier counties in West Virginia. Even more energy farther upstream towards southern Ohio, also into parts of West Virginia. But look at these showers as they've moved closer to us. The air is so dry and stable overhead that for the most part, these have fallen apart. So again, over the next 4 to 6 hours or so, I cannot rule out the possibility for a stray shower or two towards the highlands, but not much is going to happen with this front because we are so stable. 11 o'clock, again, stray shower possible, Highland, Bath County, maybe even into parts of Rockbridge County, nothing more than that. Then as we head into the 4 a.m. hour, looks like any clouds that are around, and there are several in areas north of Roanoke, those clouds are going to break up. Maybe some leftover clouds for the first couple of hours of Wednesday, then by mid to late morning, we're mostly sunny, and that's the way we're going to be into the afternoon. Wednesday night we're fair, and then Thursday from sunup until sundown we are looking at a mainly sunny sky. Temperatures right now 65 in Hot Springs, but 80 in Martinsville, also South Boston, 81 in Roanoke, and also in Lynchburg. Dew points today have been on the pleasant side. They've been in the 50s. We're going to have those dew points staying in the 50s as we head into tomorrow, but changes are coming because of the direction that the winds are going to be coming from. And notice here as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, these arrows are pointing more from the south to the north. And what that's going to do is grab all this moisture that is along the Gulf Coast states and kind of plant it overhead. So the humidity, the muggies come back into play for us here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even into early next week. 81 for a high tomorrow, 80 on Thursday. Then mid to upper 80s for us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scattered thunder showers are in the forecast this weekend, but not washouts. With those scattered thunder showers likely lasting into early next week. Temperatures will fall to near 80 on Monday and Tuesday. Quickly today, we forecast a high of 83. Actual high was 83. $100 in the pot, $230 so far raised for the Mountain View Humane Society. Abby.
All right, Jeff, we've got NBA stars weighing in on the Eagles' revoked invitation, and the Caps stand one victory from hoisting Lord Stanley's Cup. Sports is next.
I mean, I know no matter who wins this series, no one wants to invite anyway, so it won't be Golden State or Cleveland going.
Every team has an opportunity to make a decision for themselves and speak for themselves, and I think that's powerful, being in this situation.
Both NBA stars commenting on the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles' White House visit being canceled. That due to the controversy over standing for the national anthem at NFL games. That according to President Donald Trump on Monday. Now, a large number of Eagles have decided not to attend the ceremony, and the Super Bowl champs believe that had more to do with the reaction than the new anthem rule in the NFL. Moving on to the Stanley Cup playoffs, and the unthinkable is now one win from happening. The snake-bit DC sports market is one win from a title. One win. The Capitals, with a 44-year history on the ice, now stand just one win from their first Stanley Cup. Washington thoroughly dominated Vegas last night 6-2 for the commanding 3-1 lead. The last time a team lost a 3-1 lead in the Cup Finals, 76 years ago. So this Caps team appears different in all the championship ways.
But when it mattered, we were able to get it done. And that's what this team has done over the course of the playoffs, is that, even when, we're maybe not at our best, we've been able to get it done.
Local hockey news, the Rail Yard Dogs have extended the contract of Dan Bremner for 2 seasons. He'll now run through the completion of the 2019-2020 campaign. Bremner was hired to coach the Dogs, you'll recall, in mid-December. He guided Roanoke to a 21-15-2 record and their first playoff appearance in franchise history. That run included an 8-game winning streak. That was the longest in the SPHL this year. In addition, GM Mickey Gray has been promoted to the position of team president. Congrats to Wes Ayers of Grayson County High, signing with Bluefield College today. The 6'3" guard was the Mountain Empire District Player of the Year and All-Region. He averaged 18 points, 8.5 boards a game. VHSL State Quarters tonight will bring you as many as we can. A whole lot of action tonight coming up at 11, and I'm happy to report no showers. There are no showers. We hope not anyway. Carolina League action tonight. Lynchburg's on the road, so is Salem. And the Florida State Seminoles one win from giving the ACC a national softball championship, leading Washington 1 game tonight, which brings me to Cut It Out. 3 little words, 1 big highlight. Cut it out. Florida State softball's Jesse Ward with the grab and then the throw for the out, and they're pretty excited about it. It looks even better in slow-mo. And dare I call this Hanowich-like?
Look at that.
There it is.
She just
flashing the leather and getting it done. So now they're up 1-0. They'll play tonight.
Where'd she come from?
Yeah, 3rd.
Well, yeah, but she got a truck in. I mean, that was a long way.
That was a long way in, but heads-up play to up and throw.
Yeah.
Of yours. Huh. Cut it out. There you have.
That was entertaining.
That was good stuff.
It's really a good time of year. You got the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, the NBA Finals, baseball, softball, College World Series.
And
it's good stuff.
It's all coming down the pike right now. So no pressure or anything, Capitals, but you can think about it for another day and a half.
Yeah.
Get her done.
They look pretty strong right now.
Yep.
Nightly News is coming up next.
And then right after that, we will see you for 10 News at 7.